Hey everybody, welcome to Mortgage Today for Monday, August 28th, 2023, and oh, what a day it was. MBS were up 14 basis points in the first hour. Trading stocks were up about 2.5 points. U.S. futures edged higher and European stocks gained as China's latest measures to support its market offset uncertainty about the outlook for interest rates following cautious comments from the central bankers at Jackson Hole. Contracts on the NASDAQ 100 rose about 0.3% and futures on the S&P 500 climbed 0.2%. We have a heavy week of data coming up with home prices and consumer confidence on Tuesday, GDP on Wednesday, and PCE price index on Thursday, with a jobs report on Friday. The PCE price index, the Fed's preferred inflation measure, will be the most important number this week, followed by the jobs report on Friday. Jerome Powell's speech at Jackson Hole last week didn't break any new ground. He basically stressed that the Fed remains committed to getting inflation down to 2% and that interest rates are restrictive. They will remain restrictive for some time. ICE and Black Knight have entered into a consent decree with the FTC that will allow their merger to close on September 5th. The companies agreed to divest Empower and Optimal Blue to Constellation Software in order to alleviate antitrust concerns. There are about 547,000 active listings in America. That's one listing per 3 NAR members, which doesn't even include non-NAR real estate agents. Analysts continue to point to the nationwide housing market struggling with low inventory levels and decreased affordability. While active inventory through the first 6 months of 2023 was higher than the record lows seen last year, new listings have been lagging below 2022 levels. This afternoon, we got auctions for 2-year and 5-year Treasury notes, drew the highest yield since before 2008 financial crisis, reflecting the U.S. bond market sell-off that deepened last week in anticipation of another Federal Reserve rate increase. The $45 billion 2-year auction at 11:30 a.m. was awarded at 5.024%, eclipsing last month's result to become the highest since 2006. While the market yields for existing 2-year notes remain slightly below the multi-year high reached during the first week of July, 2-year note auctions fall late in the month, so the previous sale results didn't reflect that peak. Until this month, the highest 2-year auction result was 2023 was The highest 2-year auction result in 2023 was 4.823 last month. Today's $46 billion 5-year auction an hour and a half later drew 4.40, barely higher than the 4.399 yield in pre-auction trading at the 1 p.m. deadline. It surpassed last September as the highest yield since 2007. At the end of the day, MBS closed down 28 basis points. Stocks were flat. At the end of the day, we are at 98.19, puts us in this very wide range with a ceiling at 98.716 and a floor all the way down at 97.813. In terms of things you control is your mind and how you frame things with your clients. So you want to check out our sponsor at thatmakesense.com. This is about client framing and influencing your clients. So it's about who's running the show. Use the 3 Ps, which are predict, preempt, and prevent. We can predict that price will come up as a question or objection at some point unless the seller claims the frame, and prevents the response. So always be ready for that. Predict, preempt, and prevent. Check it out on our sponsor at thatmakesense.com.